Hello and welcome back. This is video number 4, and we're going to jump right in and talk about the 4-step video blueprint. And I'm going to give you a quick overview before we dive into each and every one of these videos. So now that you have a general overview of the plan, let's discuss why these 4 videos are so important. So you've likely seen how big product launches use a certain number of videos to pre-launch their product. Now, these 4 videos will work really well together. However, if you decide that a different angle will work better for your customers, then obviously test that out. Now, there's a certain number of elements that you need to cover in each video in order to correctly pre-launch your product. Now, the main benefit of using these videos is that they're not just useful for your pre-launch, meaning you can continue to use them after your product has been launched to convert prospects into buyers. So once you've officially launched the product using the pre-launch videos, then you can turn it into what we were talking about earlier, which is the evergreen video marketing funnel. Now, I just want to make it clear that there is no right or wrong way of doing these videos. Like I mentioned earlier, you can do it however you wish. We're just giving you a basis and an outline, and you can tweak it based upon how you feel your audience is going to interact better. Because obviously, you know your audience and your prospects and your customers way better than we do. We're simply giving you blueprints which you need later on to tailor fit to your product and service. So here are the 4 videos as follows. We've got video number 1, which is motivational and hope. We briefly touched base about this in the previous videos, how a lot of times people they don't have the hope and they feel like I've tried this, I've tried that, there's no hope, there's no solution. And your goal of this video is to break that mindset, show them something totally opposite and perhaps controversial, different from their mindset, and to try to shift their mindset to essentially what you're trying to sell later. So the reason why video 1 works so well is it disarms them. It makes them feel like it's not a sales video. Because if you can imagine, most videos typically will start at video number 4. And by starting by video number 4, you lose a lot of people who aren't really aware of your product and service and don't necessarily trust you just yet. So video number 1 will oftentimes help you gain their trust, help them relate to you and you relate to them, and so forth. So we'll dive more about that in that particular video. Then, of course, we have video number 2, which is education. And since video number 1, we talked about motivational, there's hope, there is a solution. You don't necessarily have to tell them what the solution is. Video number 2 is kind of like teasing them about what the solution could be. Maybe you don't really necessarily talk about your product per se, but you can elaborate further by educating them, giving them essentially training or content. And if you think about live webinars that you've been on that you've got a lot of good content from, that's a little bit of what this video would be about. So you're not necessarily selling yet, you're just giving a really good content that would give people a lot of aha moments, it would answer their objections, and it would get them in the frame of mind of, yes, I am ready to buy. What is the solution? And that's where we bring to video number 3, which is the secret system. The secret system is essentially your secret. What is your solution, your blueprint? What is your secret sauce that you have discovered that other people have not? But at this point in time, remember, you're not necessarily selling just yet. You just said, I've discovered a secret. This is what it is. You don't have to tell them exactly what it is, but you can tell them enough where they're like, okay, I understand there's hope. I understand there's I'm educated now and I understand there's secret sauce, but how do I get access to this system? How do I get my hands on it? And that's what video number 4 is, which is the offer. So like I said, most people start with video number 4. But if you start with video 1, 2, 3, and 4, then you're better likely to convert somebody and you're better likely to gain their trust and they're more likely to buy from you. So let's go ahead and jump into these videos one by one and more in depth in the next 4 videos.